Hey, what's up? Welcome to today's collective video. We're going to be talking about gossiping, and we're going to be talking about dealing with the frustrations knowing that you are being gossiped about by others, whether it's in your workplace, in your schooling, by your schoolmates, whether it's in your neighborhood, kind of the common places and spaces that you go about doing your thing. We're going to go uncover, tuning into what in gossip connects you with gossip, right? And the frustration. Why is it coming out that it's frustrating to you? There's going to be certain beliefs, certain ways that you see yourself, and then you see the matter of gossip. And we're going to cut, if we can, a lot of different beliefs that you previously believed in when it came to the energy of gossip. We're going to try to come into the knowledge, the awareness of how you can do it yourself, DIY, because that is how you can take back your power. That is how you can recreate your future away from the gossip. And even better yet, you can show those who are gossiping about you what you're really about, because you are something enough for someone else to be yakking around like this when they acting like they know what they about, but they don't. It's interesting because I'm getting that the gossip in of itself is wasted space. It's wasted time. It's waste for every single person who is aligned in the moment of gossip. So there's something around even that, the having the discernment to find ways to cut away from any areas of your life that you tend to be in the kind of gossiping kind of perspective, if you will, because there's something about, even though yes you are being gossiped about, there's still you gossiping in a certain way, you talking of outside matter, talking aloud of outside matter is gossip itself. There's something about, it's useful though, okay? That's the thing also, is the gossip is useful, even though I was like, it's wasted space. There is use out of it, but what the waste is it's tying you to some form of identity that is not you, and it is a perception of someone else and what they believe and who you are in the moment. And let me just say, opinions, okay, they're only for thyself, yourself only. Your opinion is for yourself. If it is that your opinion of someone else, remember that that is a reflection on who you are. It is a projection from some kind of reflection of your own self, in a way where, like, it's really easy for you to not show this part of you, but it's also really hard for you to ignore the feelings that come with this part of you. It's some kind of really, like, I'm getting dealing with the solar plexus chakra, dealing with anxiety, nervousness, dealing with your emotions. There's something about how in your life, there's a lot of different past incidences where you were talked about, and it's not something that you had any control over. And so there's something about how it's still connected to you in the more so, I'm getting emotional, energetic way, and it shows up a lot in that pit of your stomach, kind of feeling that something isn't right, that, oh, okay, it's that something is trying to take control of your own story. Something is trying to take control of you in the driver's seat. And you're like driving your vehicle, right? And then you like, yeah, I'm starting to feel it in my kind of stomach. So I'm getting, as I take deep breaths, that is the breaths, the deep, choosing to take deep breaths wherever you are, taking a sigh of relief, is really allowing yourself to ground the gossip out, ground it out, right? imagining instead of, because I'm getting that it's like you resist really feeling out this energy that gossip is embodying with you. It's like it's creating some kind of energy that isn't you choosing to create it, but it's like some outside source taking over almost your embodiment, and it's trying to control you. And so I'm getting your breath is way for you to get back in control, for you to push over, you know, with love, right? Push over whoever's trying to take over your driver's seat, because you are the one who is the driver. You are the one in control in the present moment, right? I'm getting that's when you are tuning into this feeling. And there's a lot of different moments that we live in the present. So in all the past, I'm getting different moments that you felt really sick to your stomach, in the pit of your stomach, like something is trying to control you and your emotional state and everything. In the past, when you choose to release and kind of ground out that feeling with your breath, that's also having that effect in the past as well. So it's allowing your past to be more freer, to be more at rest, because there's also the thing where your past won't be able to be at rest until you allow yourself to come to some kind of understanding how to handle your embodiment now. Okay, cool. So I do have, I wrote some things down on a piece of paper, and I wrote also a poem that I was watching, or I heard from a TV show that I'm watching, and I'm going to read it to you now. I was like you once, young, brave, fearless, but this job holding back the darkness so others can live in the light takes its toll, makes you less than what you thought you were. And then that's the poem. Really good poem. If that resonated, that's for you. Yeah. I also have opposition effect. Now I have two different things for you to research, two different sayings, I guess, that I also got from the TV show. So opposition effect, and then reverse osmosis. So those are going to be the two different subject matter to look up. And if I remember, I'm going to try to put it in the comment section what both of these mean, the definition. And then I have the quote, I'm not here to get it. I'm not here to get it. I'm here to get through it. Gossip about your authentic energy being strange due to gossipers' own insecurities coming through their judgment of you. So, yeah. It's not about you when it comes to the gossip. It is literally about the gossiper's own insecurities. You could use that to your benefit, y'all. Let me tell you something. It's so fun when you can let some gossipers know that they've been caught yakking away a little bit too much. You know that whole moral story or something. Is it a moral story? I don't know. But the boy who cried wolf, right? It's more so the ones who keep going on, right? That's them literally using their own life power, if you will, their own life force power that they can use, focus on themselves, right? They're using it for you. And so I'm also getting in the present moment, when you choose to breathe and ground out that gossipy energy, choosing to transmute it in the form of metta, in the form of love that is embodied in all creation, all of creation. Everything that has any type of physicality in the world is part of some type of creation, part of some type of idea, some type of like something that you can't see, something you can feel, think, believe. what you can control yourself within yourself, right? So there's something about using, when you start to tune into that feeling that you're like, okay, I'm being gossiped about. You're like, okay, my name is being waved around and I have no control over that, right? But I do have control calling back my power and letting go whatever is tied to me and whatever is trying to control my embodiment. And you do those things, and remember that if you do it with love, it is for the betterment, for the future of all. It's for the benefit of all, so all will be thanking you in return as you do this. The thing to really, really take note of is not to understand what is being gossiped, like what is tying you to the gossip, not trying to understand the gossip at all, okay? The thing to get is trying to understand how to get rid of the gossip, how to get through it. I am not here to get it, I am here to get through it, okay? Imagine like you're walking through really tall grass. Ooh, it's like when you're playing Pokemon and you're in the grass part where there's like random wild Pokemon. It's kind of like this, like you're going to come across when you're out and about doing your authenticness, right? Being your beautiful, authentic, vibrant self. There is going to be wild Pokemon. There's going to be gossipers. There's going to be people yakking away like a freaking yak, all right? All they're going to do is, like, that's what they're going to do with their life, okay? But you are showing them also how to live life, not by the way of how another lives, but by the way of how thyself lives, how you as an individual lives. And that's what the gossip, like, you know, it started because they see you and it sparks some kind of insecurity in them, and then they start going off, right? And it's not something I'm getting where you're usually around, but it's more so you feel that energy of gossip trying to take over, okay? And I'm getting also that to understand where it kind of hits you, if you will, this form of gossip, where it hits you, I'm getting is going to be in the area when you just give thought on the word gossip. When you start to ponder on the word gossip, you're going to feel, if you're able to allow your mind to be quiet enough, right? You're going to allow yourself to feel in the present moment where it kind of hits. And so that's going to be like GPS point to tune in if it is the energy of gossip that's trying to drag, pull your energy one way or the other way when you're trying to be your authentic self, and it's like you're not feeling so safe being your authentic self or expressing your authenticity. It's time to tune in, like take a minute, take those deep breaths, and get back to that present moment, in control, safe, trusting yourself, right? And then going about and seeing what's up outside of you, sort of thing. Know that the gossip really, I'm getting, it's like more so hindering, harming, not your physical state, but like, I'm getting it's like your mental state, like, or no, yeah, okay, your emotional state first and then your mental state next. It's like through your emotional state, gossip kind of comes in, and then it goes to your emotional or your mental state, and then you start believing certain insecurities where it's like, I don't even know why I have this insecurity. That's the gossiper's insecurity, okay? So if that's the gossiper's insecurity, you know a little bit about the gossiper that the gossiper doesn't want to know about or want you to know about. So you know a little bit about their secret from what it is that the insecurity is of, okay? So use that however you want to, use that knowledge however you want to, but I will say, remember karma is always there, right? So like be very mature in terms of how you want to kind of pass with that knowledge, right? You can do harm to the gossiper, but know that harm will be coming back to you, okay? Because it started from you. Me too. I'm taking note on that too, right? I could be a hothead sometimes, I say some stuff, I'm like, ah. So it's something about allowing yourself to be in control of the gossip, okay? Yeah, it's so cool. I'm really glad that I'm channeling this message because I've been working through this too. So I really hope it's helping you too, supporting you where you're at, giving you some key tips and tricks. But yeah, I am getting though with like what I was talking about with the gossipers' own insecurities. Have compassion for them, okay? Because they are literally choosing to waste their life talking about you living life than them living life. And kind of the point of life is to live it. So kind of how can you show others, the gossipers, that you mean no harm to them when you're being authentic, and that it's their own insecurities that's like coming through, because it might be something of you choosing to be mature about, like, especially about the emotional response from you when certain insecurities come up and you're like, oh, that's the gossiper's insecurity. And you're like, okay, what should I do with this information, and it's kind of like, okay, here's the thing. Having the betterment for tomorrow instead of the bitterment of the past is really what's going to be something I'm getting something to do with the form of gossip, right? Because it's really just if you will, the user, the person who's voicing the gossip. It's their way of releasing frustration. It's their way of releasing pain of them not being able to accept themselves. It's someone who's so miserable in their own embodiment. I've been there. Like, it is not a fun place to be. And it's really easy to kind of pick out someone who's being authentic like yourself, walking down the street and being like, wow, that person is so full of themselves. And you know what? They're right. They are, like, you are full of yourself, but you're full of authenticness. And so what that person really is talking about is they really want to be authentic like you. Like, they are so impressed with who you are that you actually somehow bring out the form of jealousy and envy in others when they don't even like normally kind of have that embodiment. So it is something also where it's like you're waking people up to their own shadow selves by you being authentic. And the gossip I'm getting is like shadow self communication, form of communication, right? It's not really shadow work, right? Shadow self work. That's when you're choosing to better your shadows, to understand your shadows, to love your shadow form, your shadow self, to manage those shadow attributes. So when it comes to when they pop out, you're accepting of them, you're loving them, you're embracing them with hug, you're reminding them it's all right. Like, I'm so glad you're coming out into the light. Okay, we're gonna release the pain, okay, and we're gonna step into the light of love, if you will. And there's something about you dealing with gossip in a way where it's with love, with the intention of love for all, for yourself and for others, is also going to have such a beautiful butterfly effect for others who are the ones gossiping. So it's kind of like you're a healer in the form of transmuting gossip into like I don't know, like compost, I guess. Like it's like a compostable form, like a transmutation way of dealing with it. Oh, okay. So the other side I'm getting is inspiration. So there's like with gossip, right? Um, the form of gossip that feels really good is inspirational gossip. So I'm getting that instead of insecurity gossip, you're transmuting into inspirational gossip. And it's really interesting, very, very interesting. I would really recommend diving into that if you wanted to. But yeah, I release what events race through my mind that is connected with my feeling state of being. Okay, so like the gossip, you're like realizing in the pit of your stomach that there's some kind of gossip going on. The breath, right? Something to really ground you into the state of now, right? That's the way to really, really make those changes happen like that, instantaneous. It is in the now. Trust fall, the inner past self will catch you. Okay? So, like, I'm getting also, you're going to find inspiration in your own insecurities. Insecurities. Is that how you say that word? Insecurities. Yeah. Yeah. So in your own, in the parts of you that you're like, I'm not enough, you're going to actually, through this transmutation process, you're going to be able to find the inspiration of your own insecurities, find the inspiration of you. Oh my gosh, like you are going to be your own Mona Lisa. Like, get out of here. You are going to be, I can't wait for this, y'all. Like, it's going to be so fun living life because, like, every single second of your life, you are a walking, living, breathing inspiration for those. Inspirational gossip. Yeah. Not insecurity gossip. Nah. That's cut away. Yeah. I can't wait for this, y'all. Okay, we have I become closer to my true self every day. Process of becoming closer to your authentic self. The you that feels so good to be you, like you express it with such ease. People be watching you from their house. They watch you walk down the street, walking down the street and you're like strutting your stuff, listen to music too. I'm getting music as some kind of way to align you with your authentic self a lot more. Something about that. And if it's not music, that does it for you. Some kind of movement. I don't know why movement, but movement allows you to get into that kind of alignment. Yeah, that authentic alignment. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting your tires aligned. Yeah, I just took my car into the shop, so totally get why that comes into play. The harmony of it all. I am dredging my present matter with past matter mind, okay? So I'm also getting that when that form of energy comes up, okay? When that gossipy in the pit of your stomach, you're being talked about, okay? That's also the past matter trying to control you in the present matter, your embodiment in the present matter, in your present matter. So your past is trying the past matter, and it might not even be you, right? This matter could be an outside source, but it's something connected so deeply with you, some kind of connected to some really core beliefs. I'm getting something about, if you do want to, shadow work involving your solar plexus chakra is going to be really useful in turn of that. If you do shadow work, I always recommend to go very slowly, okay? It's like trying to ride a bike for the first time. You're going to fall down, right? And when you reach a point where you are emotionally it's too much, walk away for a bit, give yourself a couple days to process the information because it's like therapy, all right? You're going to go into some really dark psychological stuff that you went through that is still so tied with you, you don't realize it, but it's kind of within your own behaviors that it's happening. Okay, we have I am worthy as well. Oh, that was the opposite of the other card. So that's the opposite too, right? So I wonder though, when the past comes into play, right, and you feel that energy, that pulling on, the pulling on your empowerment, okay? It's pulling on your powerhouse of how much effect you have in the world, like how much of a magnet you are. So there's something about how when like gossip comes into play, you recognize it and you start to feel those insecurities, and it's being like emphasized in the direction of you, right? The insecurities are about you, right? Beliefs about you, like I am not worthy enough, right? Really though, that's where it's coming from. It's coming from insecurities around how worthy you are. I'm getting how worthy you are of being your authentic self. And let me just say, you were born to be authentic, baby. Like your authenticity is so important. It is literally going to answer to there's so many different answers to how you can be more comfortable being yourself, how to have a more satisfying life, right? Is to be more authentic. Period, point blank. Oh yeah. My mind is full of brilliant ideas. Like I said at the beginning, my wife. Oh my gosh. I was reading, or not reading, I was watching the clip from the movie Borat, where he's like showing people, or showing the documentary crew or whatever, like his wives and mistresses and all this. I don't know why, but it's kind of like that's how you're showing off your insecurities. Instead of like being ashamed of them, you're going to be proud, and it's like going to be in a really funny kind of way, because he's like standing here, his like wife or mistress is like right here, and it's funny because the clip cuts to different locations, and it's with different like women and Borat or whatever. So that's kind of like, I'm imagining what it is that is the process of you getting used to these insecurities and understanding that they're not you, like they didn't come from you. They were not seeds of ideas of yours, okay? They were seeds of ideas of another, all right? And it's best to ship it off so that you're able to get more into you and less into whoever that was, you know what I mean? Venus, baby. Venus. I mean, I am filming this on Friday, I believe. Day of Venus. Love, baby. We got lover, sex, art, physical attraction, sentimentality, okay? There's something about when you do this process, you also will transmute, if you will, the ugliness of gossip, right? You're transmuting it. And so it's going to be really interesting how people will find you way, way, way more attractive while you do this different, this new form of handling matter of gossip. I'm going to push you back a little bit. I'm telling you, y'all, let's change the way that we deal with gossip today, huh? Like, it'll help in so many different parts of just existence, whether it's past, present, or the future. Like the betterment for all, because when it comes to, like, I guess more than anything, what is being handled in the matter of gossip, it's based off of not the truth, okay? It's based off of something other than the truth, right? So if it's about you, right, and it's not something that is true, It means that it's not about, like, it's not about you, I guess. Like, because if it was true, it would be about you, but it's not true. So it's not about you. So what is being talked about, even though your name is being said, right? The other stuff in the sentences that is being used, right? It's about them. And if you're able to, right, use the way of releasing the gossip of insecurities and more so renewing with the gossip of inspiration, it's going to also show you inspiration from the very act itself. Like, it's like you're watching a play, you're in a play, and it's like kind of new material is being uncovered because you're realizing it's not about you. This person, whoever's kind of yakking away, is talking about themselves. And so it's kind of like, okay, now what do I want to do with that, right? Transmute it for yourself, right? And for the betterment of all. The force of the flowing river causes the flowers, the herbs, and trees to grow. The sacred wisdom in your heart has magical power for your spiritual growth, right? Because I know egoically you really want to fight, and you're like, how dare you spread lies about me? How dare you, right? You're like, let's go, let's go. That's for other members of your spirit team, your ancestors, your guides, your spiritual guides, you know, those on the other side. That's for them to help in terms with. The whole, like, I watch, I don't know if you ever watch Brittany. I believe her channel is The Cosmic. I forget what her full channel is, but she always says the spiritual doot to do. And so the spiritual doot to do, because I really love that, talking about like when you are in more of the astral realm, and like there's a lot of battles, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of chaos, right? You're helping that side as well. So the side that's like on the other side, that's really having the part to play in terms of the spiritual do, right? When you choose to, in the present moment, do the transmutation, release, and renew, that's helping as well. And know that the other side has your back when it comes to what else needs to happen, so that the gossipers will eventually have so much on their own plate that they no longer are able to look at you. They no longer are able to waste their time talking about you. They're no longer able to do anything because they have to worry about themselves. So they're able to kind of just deal with, again, which at the root of the gossip is their own insecurities. Yeah. Ain't it fun? To be a human being is to be in power, yet to also feel a little bit powerless. It's taking back your power that really, ooh boy, because if it's your authentic power, oh, you'll know. And if it's not, oh, you'll know. When your words are lies, where will your mischief end? Ooh, 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 ooh. Right? Gossipers, if someone is gossiping about someone else, okay, let's just say that's a lie right there and then. You know what I mean? Next card, the wind cannot shake a mountain. Neither praise nor blame moves the wise man. So I am getting that more than anything, if you do also want to know specifically people who smile to your face but talk about you behind your back, they're going to be the people that would like compliment you in terms of like really like small talk compliments, very like physical based off of your physical appearance, compliments like those. So it's kind of like easy to tell if you want to know who really is smiling with a true smile when they smile at you and who's smiling with a masked smile. Something that's a bit like they don't really want to smile, but like they were raised, they were conditioned to like smile, right? I don't want that smile. Like, I want the separation, you know what I mean? Like, you want that separation. So yeah, there is something about like, man, that gossip, nah, dude. Like, let that fire be what it is, because gossip is also words of fire. Like, doesn't it feel really like when you feel that gossip, like you're being gossiped on? You're like, I feel that, right? Set fire to the rain, you know what I mean? Like, literally set fire to the rain. All right, I don't know why, but there's something about literally making the gossipers their own worst nightmare. All right, maybe I'm getting a little bit too like Mars, ready to fight, ready to go in, ready to do a strong right hook. Nah, dude. Like, I mean, it is right, releasing, you know what I mean? Like, geez, time to release. It might be that actually. I am getting that. I don't know if it's common for you to really feel that rage filled. You really want to fight and you're not normally a fighter, you're usually a healer. I'm getting that's also in correlation of gossip also, but it's coming from some kind of past gossip that you have gone through. And I'm getting it's something where it's like you didn't realize, or it still hasn't been cut from you. And how it does get cut from you is in the present moment when you become aware of it and you're like, oh, okay, I have to use my discernment. Okay, how do I want to handle this? Okay, let's cut it away. Okay, whoa. And like when I took that deep breath, I felt like a cooling effect in my stomach, like it was able to relax. So it also might be, I read the card. It also might be that you're able to, with the gossip, like when you do the separation of it, when you release it with love, if you want. Because I will say, if you release it with rage, you will receive that back. Okay, like however you release it, you will receive it back. Okay, so with love, you will receive it with love back. So that's why I emphasize really on the love, because this is an emphasis for me too, because you know there are moments that I release and rage, but like I'm gonna try to release with my breath instead of my fist. Can't with that. It's like a really, because I'm getting this energy is really like it's just someone who's just ready to live, baby. Risk it all, you know. Jump out the plane with that like the backpack thing that has the whatever it is, the balloon that comes out. I don't know what it is. You know what it is. Say it for me. Awesome. It was just like I was just like Dora. Wow. Felt like Dora just now, everyone. Amazing. All right, so we have coral, detachment, mastery, potency. Nice and steady, coral emphasizes the importance of a strong and sturdy foundation for whatever you choose to build. This awareness builds trust within yourself, and others can rely on you to offer an objective and diplomatic view influenced by the data. I I read a little too. Okay, hold on. Emotions come and go, but you are here to stay. So it is something to do with your emotions being, yeah, it's like being poked and prodded by the energy of gossip. And there's something about because it's like you don't really need to go searching outside of you to find out how to rid of the gossip. It's literally going inside of you and getting rid of it. And that's it. It's done. And that's something about, like, you have to see it within yourself. You have to feel it within yourself in order to become aware of what it feels like, what it is that you separating from the gossip within yourself. That's where it's going to be at. Love. I love that. That's awesome. Duck. Safety, comfort, community. Like I said, gossip within the community, right? Whether it's online, whether it's locally, there's something about you and your authenticity is a very, very strong, you're a strong leader for your community, okay? And your authentic, something about your authentic purpose. Like, it's like you being this sort of embodiment, you expressing your authenticity. Something about it allows those who are similar in their own authenticity to your own authenticity, where they feel that inspiration. And I'm getting that it's like you're gonna have people stand up for you more when other people are gossiping about you in their own insecurity. And you're also going to have more people gossip about you, but in the inspirational way, right? In a way where it's like voicing of how incredible you are in your authenticity. And I'm getting that it's really interesting. I'm getting it's going to help emphasize on things that you might not have realized about yourself, where it's like really helpful for someone else. And it's going to make you feel more proud about this part of you that's authentic. And it's like, I didn't realize I was helping my community by being my authentic self, but like, whoa, I am. Like, you are. Like, literally, you being your authentic self is helping your community out. And releasing the gossip actually is aligning more with you in your authenticity. And it's something about you're actually going to feel something of the foundation emotionally. It's going to be aligned in that authentic way where it's like your emotions you feel are your authentic emotions. Interesting. I wonder if there's something about the current state of your emotional embodiment has some other outside embodiments, if you will, that can be cut away and sent forth back to whoever, return to sender, cutting away, and then calling back your energy to you, cutting cords with whatever it was connected to, transmuting all of the energies with metta, with love. I'm wondering if that's going to allow you to feel more sturdy going about saying no, standing up for yourself, having your opinion and sticking with your opinion. I kept saying it today, speak it with your chest, speak up with your chest, or speak it with your chest, or something like that. Like, speak it in a way where you're proud of your own opinion. And so I'm getting that the gossip has been filtering out your pride. And so this is going to be you reinstating your pride, if you will. I love it. Bring joy to your servant, Lord, for I put trust in you. Psalm 86:4. This is a prayer. If you do like prayers, this is something that you can tune into. If you need like an extra help from, if you believe in God, from God, but if it's not God that you believe in, what you do believe in, right? Ask for them to bring joy, right? Because it's saying, bring joy to your servant, Lord, for I put trust in you. So you putting trust in whatever is helping you, right? The greater force helping you, putting that trust in, you know that you'll receive that joy, right? You know when you're like, you're feeling the gossip and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can handle this right now. Like literally my emotional state, I don't know if I can handle this. I'm gonna have a freak out, right? Deep breaths. Whew, your mind's going a mile a minute, right? You're like, I barely can run as it is. Why is my mind going so fast, right? Gotta breathe, gotta breathe. And it might not even be you figuring out why. It might just be not figuring out why. It might be not figuring out why and just kind of letting what is just be. Oh yeah. Ugh, I love water. Ooh, 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 your emotional state, water, baby, water. Joy, I mean, though, joy is, it does remind me of the solar plexus. Just taking a deep breath. Oh my gosh. It does remind, so I have ADHD, so I talk a lot, really, really fast. And when I took that deep breath, like the whole kind of that relief in your stomach, right? I'm getting that it's like literally after a run, you know, and you finally are able to catch your breath and you're able to like finally do just a huge deep sigh of relief. That's the kind of breath I'm talking about. Like it's something where it's like grounding you so into the present that you're aware like, oh, wait a minute, the past matter be trying to control my vehicle. How dare you? Get back in your seat. Nah, there. Sit back there. There ain't no backseat drivers. You hear me? Yeah. Nah, I might be your butler, but is it butler? No, it's not the butler. Who is it? Who's the car drivers? You know what I mean? Charles. I know Charles is like a typical, like, for me, a driver, you know, Charles, drive me to the mall or something like that, right? The past matter is trying to be like, no, I'm going to be driving, but from the back seat. No. The past matter is in the back seat. It's going to be quiet, you know, look at the window, past matter, right? But the past matter is not going to be talking in essence of how I'm going to be directing my car in the present moment. Right? Because the past matter is literally like taking over control of you in the present moment, and then you're judging your present matter from the judgment of past matter. And what you're trying to change is the past matter so that the future is going to be more comfortable for you. So release the matter is really great, because it also helps you get through a lot of past matter that you find it's not yours. You're like, okay, off you go, deep breaths, and then you're grounded into your authentic matter again. And the thing is as you go through life, you're gonna come into play of the past and future in the present moment. And so when you realize your embodiment is getting fussed with the past matter, that's the past matter coming into play. But then fear is coming into play too, which is involving the future matter, because you're scared that the past matter is going to look too familiar like the future matter, or the future matter is going to look too familiar like the past matter, right? And who's making the future matter is you in the present matter, in the present moment. Do you get it? I wish I had, let me try to draw it, because if I draw it and give you a visualization, it'll help so much easier. I'm hearing, so let me just try to do this, because it really is like literally in the present moment, whenever you tune in, is where the past will be able to be released and stop trying to take control. Okay. Here we go. So past matter. Okay, past matter. And then we have future. matter. And then we're gonna do like a little whoop. And then present matter. Okay, so in the present moment, you're starting to feel the insecurities, the gossip. You're like, ugh, is fussing with it, right? It's coming from some type of insecurity within you or within someone else, right? Some emotional insecurity. So I guess I want to kind of go into the emotional insecurity really fast. That's talking about you looking at your emotional state as less than, even though it's a natural state for you to be in. For some reason, it's believed from past conditioning that you being in that emotional state is you being less than. So I'm getting that's why earlier the card of I am worthy came out like the way it did. Okay, so when you notice that you're like gossip is talking about blah blah blah, this is where to cut it off, okay? Because that past matter is unnecessary for you, right? In the present moment, in the present matter, for the future, okay? So there are things in the past that we did as people that we no longer do now. Like for one, we got seatbelts in the car now. Back in the day, they did not have seatbelts, right? So it's something of, this is how to decide is if the embodiment is comfortable for you in the present moment. And if it is not, it is going to be that past matter that needs to be cut away, right? And that's you choosing to cut it away in the present moment. Like that's where the mitochondria is, baby. Oh yeah. And then in the future, right, you're going to be shaping it based off of different beliefs that allow you to see life in a different way, that allows you to believe in life in a different way. And this is going to reinstate authentic, something to do with like something to do with like the natural form of abundance and prosperity for you. Like it's like you're going to be able to understand kind of the standard that you want to be in now, I guess. Like the standard of, is that for you to take on and be influenced about or by, or if it's not, something to do with that. Because I'm getting that's also going to be really awesome for you when it comes to those wishes, those dreams, those goals that seem so impossible, right? They feel impossible due to some kind of belief that you have of you not being worthy enough to have those dreams come true. But I'm getting that it is possible and it's coming from you. Like it's so cool. It's so cool. Like opening Pandora's box, right? You open it. Imagine instead of all the sickness coming into the world, imagining you're opening it and it's love. And it's love going to different parts of the world that has yet to see the sun of love, has yet to see the light of love, has yet to see it. And I'm getting that those parts are the gossipers. The parts of the world that hasn't seen the love of light, right? Those are the gossipers. They are so dark in their own morals and belief and misery, right? That they think that that's what they're supposed to be doing with their life, right? While you are the one who is living life, how one is supposed to live life, all right? So like, who is really right side up and who is really toppled over? Okay. Does he kiss your eyelids in the morning? Okay, so this is from some kind of song. I really need, next time I'm totally gonna write the song on the card, but it's about some kind of like someone, I'm getting someone really, really loving your authenticity. Like, I don't know also, but there's, and this might be for a few people in terms of love, right? If you're really trying to align with true love, right? To do that, if you don't know yet, you gotta get in that alignment of your true self first, your authentic self. You gotta be living your authentic lifestyle, well integrated into that, and the beliefs and morals get integrated, you know? And let me just say, every single day is prime opportunity, people, to start integrating into that if you want, right? But I'm getting that for those who are like that, it's something about you doing some kind of daily routine for yourself for the betterment of you. Someone has, you have caught their eye in the form of, love. I'm getting like romantic love. So if you are kind of like not aware of that, I'm getting that tuning into actually, interesting enough, aligning with your true love when you do this daily like habit for yourself, like it's a betterment for you. Tuning into your true love while you do this, right? I'm getting something about that's going to help your manifestation, your dream, your goal to be with your true love align a lot easier as well. That's going to help that process as well. We have umbrella, protection, shelter. I'm getting something of, it'll help you also feel a lot more protected. And it's something of, it's this embodiment, awareness within you that is the protector. And it's something of, even if you're alone and like, even if you're alone, you're not going to be alone, because this part of you within yourself that's aware is able to protect you. So I'm getting that there's something, I'm also getting something of like your true love is with you sort of thing, right? When it's like, when it's, I don't know why, it's like something of no need to worry about you feeling unsafe expressing your authenticity when I'm around, sort of thing. Like someone who's like a neighborhood watch sort of person, right? And it's like they realize how you do attract, right? But they also are aware that you attract in terms of those who are of insecurity, like you attract insecure gossip, right? And so I'm getting that this person or whoever it is that's really like appreciating your authenticity is also there to like help out when it comes to when they hear about, because I don't know, but I'm getting that they hear a lot about the gossip of the insecurities, and somehow they're like standing up for you in different ways as well. So I don't know if that's like a way, I'm getting it's like a way for you to really like feel more secure in yourself as you go doing that daily, the daily, like betterment for yourself. Anything else? Anything else? Ooh, oyster. You open that clamshell and you see that pearl inside. Ooh, yeah, baby. And then we have beaver. I totally saw a beaver today, y'all. I think it was a beaver. I don't know. It was in a parking lot. There was no river, too. I was like, what is a beaver doing out here, buh? It was under a Tesla. I was like, that's really interesting. Oh, my. Why the Tesla, huh? Who knows? Who knows? And you know what, actually, with my own daily self-care, that's where I saw the beaver, y'all. Like, that's where I saw it. That's hilarious. I think it was a beaver, though. Who knows? All right, we have inventiveness, tenacity, engineering, right? So you're like literally engineering a new way of dealing with gossip, where before you try to deal with it in a different way, now you're dealing with gossip in a way where it's like really for your benefit and and not the gossipers. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oyster. Oh yeah, because definitely the gossiper, when you choose to release, right, and you're like, that's not me and my authentic energy, out you go, right? That energy goes back to the gossiper, and oh boy, do they really authentically feel it too. That might be the other thing is, you have a really cool way of when you choose to express your authentic self, and present yourself authentically, you're like also tuning into others and their authentic, I'm getting emotional embodiments specifically. Like you, for some reason, it's really interesting. I'm getting how others' emotional, authentic matter is like the thing that gets fussed with when they see you. And then they're like it's so uncomfortable for them to feel that they choose to release it in a way of dragging you down to their level of embodiment, which isn't your level at all. So that's where that discernment comes into play in terms of, is this really your authentic energy? No. Release it, on you go. Knowing that you got your back. You got your back within you, and also the other side has your back. Your true love has your back. Those who find inspiration of it, find inspiration of you in your authentic embodiment has your back as well. Okay, yeah, like you are not going to, because I'm totally getting these like in the past when they would literally have royalty or royals or pirates, like literally public, like death, what do they call it? We don't even have them nowadays, thank goodness. But public displays of judiciary deaths, if you will, judiciary punishments. There we go. That's, I'm getting, gee whiz. Literally, egoically, that's what's happening with that gossip. Like, it's just a public display of someone trying to say, I'm more superior than that other person. And it's really them voicing their insecurities, hilariously. Interesting. Cheers. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. Okay. And then create oyster, pearl, filter, prosperity, right? Like, let's get your life, right? The gossipers can take care of themselves, but this is for you to get rid of that energy, those beliefs that you know aren't yours, right? This is your opportunity, a way for you to take back what's yours, right? Because like really though, that's what it's about. Getting back you from the childhood of what you were told about what's what. Coming to like a satisfying balance, all right, of your choosing. Not you doing it because someone else told you to. No. This is you doing it because you're choosing to do it for you. All you, baby. It's all you. And, you know, I might be suggesting some stuff. I might be giving you some key insight, knowledge, all that. But the action part, you doing it in the moment, that is you. And so it's kind of like when you choose to do it in the moment, that is like when the opportunity arises, right? So I'm getting also, if you're waiting for the opportunity to arise, it's going to be you choosing to take the opportunity in the moment. Oh man. Okay, I'm going to go. This was a very insightful and wonderful reading, and I am so honored to be reading for you, to be being the kind of like middle person, you know, hearing what's up and being like, this is what's up. I hope that this has helped you, and I hope it supports you when it comes to dealing with gossip, and know that it's all lies, okay? It is literally all lies, and it is not about you, okay? It is about the person literally speaking their own truth, not your truth. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think I already said that, but I'm going to emphasize it one last time. I'm gonna go. Thank you again and again and again so very much for your time spent here, your energy spent here. Your authenticity is well needed in this world. You are well needed in this world, and I hope I can remind you of that, and I hope I can emphasize how to get to a place to be accepting of yourself and to embrace your authenticity, embrace your embodiment. Know that even if it's not you that you're embracing, it's still really nice to embrace, you know what I mean? So yeah, embracing with love, one day at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time. Oh my goodness. All right, I will see you later. Bye.